Why are the media and establishment types pushing this anti-human agenda?
Well, I think that mass movements of the sort that's being pushed, they're trying to get everybody lumped together into this campaign of Agenda 2030, net zero, and all the rest of it. And throughout history, and you need to look no further back than the 20th century and the horrors there, mass movements are always anti-family. They always find family and the tight natural bonds therein to be antithetical to what they want to do, which is to atomize people. They want people to feel alone, to feel isolated, so that they become units and numbers and cogs in machines rather than parts of family. And family is the basis of community, and they don't want people to feel part of community either. They need to get people, deracinated, cut away from their roots, so that they feel alone and they look always and only to the state for everything. And it's the transhumanism that's there, where there's, Elon Musk and the rest talking about blurring the boundaries between human and machine, making people combinations of flesh and blood and technology. That's profoundly anti-human as well. And, what you highlighted there in the package and in those headlines from various publications, this idea that we ourselves, the people, our species, are the problem, is profoundly anti-human. They've got an obsession with there being too many of us, that the world would be a better place if there were fewer of us. And that's beyond the fact that it's cruel and anti-human and leads inevitably to the decline, if not the destruction of our species, as is evidenced by, plummeting fertility rates around the country. The reality is, the more people you have, the more ideas you have. Civilization, the species was held back for hundreds of thousands of years because there weren't enough of us. Bright ideas, brilliant ideas, the cure for cancer, who knows, might have sparked into being in the head of one individual. But that individual was not surrounded by enough like-minded people to kindle that spark into a fire. And it took until there were more of us before we started seeing the advances. It wasn't until 1800 that the population of the planet reached 1 billion for the first time.
No.
It then took 125 years to double. And then 30 years to get to 3 billion. At the moment, we're adding 1 billion people every 15 years or so. Now, the point is that the more people you have, the more potential that you have, the more ideas you have. People together working, who are fed and looked after in the way that we can do, provide us with the solutions that we need going forward.
So, Neil, given this agenda seems to be everywhere, right? All over the MSM, you've got Harry and Meghan seemingly supporting it. How can we fight back against this narrative? Because honestly, there are lots of young, woke kids or teenagers who are not considering starting families for this reason.
Well, we need means that are separate from the political arena. Yeah, I believe that the world of politics is so toxic now as to be beyond redemption, and I have turned my back on it. And I think we need to find other ways of being together and communicating and sharing messages. We need first and foremost to reassure one another that, going forth and multiplying is a good thing. That you don't just replace yourself on the planet. Ideally we need more children. We've got a plummeting rate of fertility, and we need to do something about that. But I think, in answer to your question, Dan, the solution is inevitable. The species will prevail. What is being pushed is unnatural and anti-human. And for those two reasons alone, it will fail. Now, I wouldn't be so bold as to put a time limit on it. I don't know when it will fail and we will prevail, but we will, because we are part of nature. We are part of the natural world that they claim to be out to defend, and actually they are destroying it. They are destroying the planet with their anti-materialism, their rampant consumerism. Given time, we will re-emerge because we are meant to be here. And
Yeah.
our success is inevitable. We've just got to wait for them to fail, because they will.